About 1:15 p.m., Southeast Patrol officers responded to the 100 block of Manchester Avenue for a robbery that just occurred. When they arrived, they found a male suffering gunshot wounds, and that male was then transported to the hospital. What occurred was the victim, along with a female witness, were in this area eating at a restaurant when they were approached by at least one suspect who brandished a firearm and demanded property from the victim. The suspect then shot the victim multiple times and removed property, and then left the location in a getaway car. The getaway car fled in an unknown direction. We don't know where the vehicle went. Officers then were able to close down the scene until we could find out what the status of the victim is. I'm sorry to say that the victim has been pronounced deceased at 13:59 hours today. South Bureau Homicide is working this case, as are many other detectives. The victim was sitting at a table eating with a female witness when he was approached by the suspect. The suspect then brandished a firearm and demanded his property. We don't have the audio as to what the exact verbal exchange was at that time. The suspect then fired multiple rounds and then appears to remove some property. To what extent, we don't know at this time.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who teach the truth and real well. And salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom. All right, it's your Akabar Karash back with a quick lesson. I'm about to be edifying. And another rapper has lost his life, fatally been shot and robbed for his goods. You know, as you know, it's been a thing going on in L.A. where you have our people, all right, Israelites, basically the whole thing with their targeting rappers that come to their city and they basically robbing them. You know, they getting their location, they following them around, they looking for them at their hotels that they book themselves in, and they riding until they see rappers and wait for the perfect opportunity to come and rob them and take their goods. All right, now this is happening due to the curses that's up on our people and the environments that we place in, the lack of opportunities that we have. But however, when you are a rapper and you constantly boasting about all the money and the girls and the fame and the jewelry, the cars and the houses that you have, you kind of make yourself a target, and you really shouldn't be making yourself available to be in certain environments in certain places. So some of these things they bring up on themselves. All right. Some of these things they bring up on themselves, but nevertheless, this is, this is all in the scriptures what will happen with our people. All right. This is Isaiah 51:20. It says, "Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net, and they are full of the fury of the Lord Yahweh, the rebuke of thy power." So what it means by thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets, meaning it was going into our people hanging out on the corners, gang banging, being in the hood, toting guns, set tripping, robbing, selling drugs, all these things, man. This is what it means. Thy sons have fainted. All right. And when you go into the ghetto, any ghetto you go into across the world, our people are doing these things, man. And this is not something new that just started happening yesterday. These are things that was going on in certain environments, man. We all, grew up in certain environments. We know what the things they partake in those environments. So you want to stay clear away from them environments, especially when you you elevate. Let's just say you become a famous rapper, or you even start doing better for yourself, have a job, or you have your own business, or whatever the case may be. You don't want to be in these environments anymore because you really no longer welcome. For you to be successful and have riches, and you coming around people that struggling and going through all type of things and have curses on them and have all type of grief and acquainted with sorrows, as the scriptures say, you shouldn't be around these people. All right, because amongst those people are murderers, thieves, robbers. All right, all these different things that you don't want to be around, man, because it's completely evil and wickedness. All right, even though you do, we do got how can I put it? We sympathetic for our people that go through these things, because not everybody that's in these environments are doing these things. But however, you do have our people, the majority of our people that's into these things, man, and they just waiting for somebody like a P and B Rock, famous rapper, to just show up at the liquor store or at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. So apparently the guy got his location. The guys got his location, and they came to rob him. And I don't know if he refused or hesitated to give up his goods, which, if you are a famous rapper with money in your bank account or a record deal, or can put out a song or go do a show and make more money, you can buy more jewelry, I don't see why you would be hesitant to give up your jewelry. All right. And we just seen this happen with another artist named Sauce Walker, who basically it was an attempted robbery, and it was unsuccessful, and somebody ended up losing their life. All right. So in these situations, it's really never good, because you always have somebody that die and then somebody that go to jail. And we see the same thing happen with Nipsey Hussle. We see the same thing happen with Young Dolph. The same thing happened with Pop Smoke. And it just go on and on. All right. So these are the traps that our people are put in. When you do come from that environment and you want to help out your people, and you want to, help the people that you grew around, you just can't do it, man, because it's unbalanced. All right. It's unbalanced because you're rich and they're poor. So it's unbalanced. You basically boasting when you go around them. And every time you see a rap video or a music video, that's what you see, is a bunch of boasting. You see a bunch of cars, women, money, houses, traveling the world, things that the average person can't do that's in the ghettos or the barrios, man. The average gangbanger or the local drug dealer, the local robber or thief or murderer, they can't do these things. And they desire to do these things. They desire to have money, and be able to do these things. But instead, they're suffering. Right? So you can't just go amongst these people. You got to stay away from these people, man. Let's go to Ecclesiastes, Sirach 9:13. It says, "Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill." All right, so that's important, because the man that have power to kill, it can go into Esau when you go into your law enforcement, or you're just average Edomite that's gung ho and know all his gun rights and looking to get into altercation and take anybody life if it's within his rights. All right. And on the flip hand side, you got to worry about your own people. The gun toting gangster, who basically looking for a reason. You step on his shoe or look at him the wrong way, or you come around wearing the wrong color, or you got on, they know you got money, you got jewelry on, you got a nice car, you got some type of status, they looking to kill you, man. Or they looking to rob you, or even worse. So you gotta, it says, keep thee far from the men that have the power to kill. So shall thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. So basically, if you come into a situation where you basically getting robbed and you a so-called rapper, man, just give them the goods, man. You can get it back. All right. People be ready to lose their life over fucking designer clothes, over a Rolex that you can go get another one, over a chain where you can just go get another chain, and if you got insurance on it, it'll be free of cost. You'll get another. You'll be able to replace it. You can't replace your life, and this is what people don't understand. This is what you gotta. Jake is not rap too tight, man. When it comes to these things, man, and when it comes to knowing they surroundings and being circumspect about where they at and where they going in the environments that they in and the people that you deal with, you have to be circumspect to these things, Jake. You cannot just go freely and just because you think you got money that you can just go and come as you please, man. You need to have security at all times, but this is why we have to be delivered, because our people are under curses, right? Our people are under curses and that they don't know that they suffering from. All right. This is from our disobedience. When you go to Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to get a few curses. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. It says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. So that's part of the curses. And when you go into that word madness, it just means folly. All right. So the Lord is going to smite us with folly. So a lot of our people are into doing all these different things, whoremongering. When you come to, when you in the ghettos, and you ain't even necessarily got to be in the ghettos, these things just fall upon our people. You have all type of folly going on. Like I said, you put Jake in a poverty-stricken environment and let him get his hands on a gun. All right, he's gonna start taking. He's gonna be a taker now. You put a Jake in a poverty-stricken environment and he get his hands on some drugs, he's gonna start dealing drugs. So our people are smitten with madness, man. These are the things. If our people was repentant, these are things that we wouldn't have to suffer no more, because we wouldn't be doing ill will towards one another, man. Let's jump up to 58. No, Salaki, not 58, 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you. All right. So our people used to be tender. Our people are real, compassionate people. It says the man that used to be tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom. So these are curses that's up on our people. Your eye is evil towards your brother. We got a crab in the bucket mentality. So soon as one make it out the bucket or about to make it out, you got another one that's trying to pull him back in. So these are things that our people suffer from, man. This is why we need a savior. This is why we need to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Heavenly Father. Because once you know these things, you don't have nothing but love for your brother. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to Leviticus 19 and 18. Matter of fact, let's start at 17. It says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Right. See, so that's a law that if we kept, we wouldn't, it'll eliminate all the envy that we have towards one another. hating one another, man, just for no reason, just because you from a certain side of the street or you got a certain color on. All this stuff shouldn't matter. It shouldn't go into if I like you or not. But these are things that our people, these are curses that's put up on our people. It says, thou shalt anywise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Right. So that's what we should be doing. Correcting one another. So we wouldn't be suffering sin upon one another. So instead of correcting one another, we just lashing out towards one another, man, and taking one another's lives when it's not right. All right. Verse 18, it says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh. So that's how we should be dealing. You should be loving your neighbor as yourself, man. The same thing you want for yourself, you want better for yourself, you should want better for your neighbor, the one that's next to you, the one you got to come out and see every day, the one that's in your community. But it's not so, because we suffer, we're under curses. All right, we're suffering from having curses upon us, and until you repent, these curses are going to overtake you, man. These things are going to overtake you. All right. And it says, nor bear any grudge against the children of our people. And that's another thing. Grudges. You see one of these celebrities on TV, and next thing you know, you envying them so much. All right. That it turns into a grudge because you want what they got. You being covetous. So you see somebody with something that you want, instead of going about the right way to get it, you basically try to take it from them. All right. And it's just a snare that Esau has set before our people, because you're not going to get away. Esau got too many cameras. It's too many cameras, man. It's too much technology. Technology has been the end of all criminal activity. All right. You got cell phones that know your location, that pings your location off cell towers. You got cameras in businesses and establishments, even cameras on your street. All right. Where from door to door, depending on your security, somebody's on a block has a camera in a home. All right. So you got all these different things working against you. So you're going to get caught. These are not things that you're going to be successfully and get away with, especially when somebody's life has been taken. That just turns the heat up on you even more. So Jake just got to get out this mindset of doing these things, but it's going to be this way until the Lord returns, because it's kind of like when you're a rapper or somebody or entertainer, you kind of tempting the Lord, man. When you basically being boastful by doing videos and showing all these exotic sceneries and out of different countries, different women, and everything in your lyrics is about having money and nice cars, jewelry, homes, being able to basically do what the hell you want to do. All right. You basically boasting, it's like dangling a piece of meat over a lion's cage. All right. And when that lion finally get out that cage, what is he going to do? He's going to attack you, because you constantly been antagonizing them and boasting. And once that lion finally get out that cage, man, he going to attack you, man. And that's no difference when it comes to our people, man. That's why you got so many of Jake that's in the entertainment industry that's basically, they making themselves a target. You're making yourself a target. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men should be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. And these really sound like your rappers and your entertainers. When it comes to being lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, hey, I got all this money, I'm untouchable. I got a house over here, a mansion over there, I own property, look at all my jewelry on, my bank account is right. Man, look, I can get any chick I want. You boasting. So you can't come after doing that. You cannot come to where people are suffering. People about to be don't know how they're gonna pay rent, having kids, don't know how they're gonna take care of them, can't get a break. It's hard for them to get a job once you've been through the criminal system and you got some type of priors. You coming around these people, man. People who are wolves. You coming around these people boasting. What you think gonna happen to you sooner or later, man? Somebody gonna catch you when the time is right. And the time ain't even gotta be right. They ain't gotta catch you in a dark alley or get the drop where you live at. And no, they come right in the middle of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and tell you to give them your possessions. And if you don't, they gonna kill you, man. Some might just even kill you, shoot first and talk later. So these are things that you up against when you in that spirit, man, when you come in as a rapper or entertainer. And we know all our people get into you either athletes or look to be rappers because it's like a easy come up for a lot of money. All right. But on the other hand, you like food for the wolves. You food for the wolves, man. You got people out here that's starving, that's looking that go to the extreme of going in an establishment where it's broad daylight, cameras are around, that sacrifice all that just to come and rob you, man. That's how much our people are starving. And the person who did this, I'm pretty sure the police will have him within days or weeks. They probably already know who he is, who it is. They just got to probably put the pieces to the puzzle together. Esau has his stuff already set up and designed this way, man. These things are already designed to trap you up. It's too many cameras, too many traffic lights, your cell phone pinging off cell phone towers, man. Everybody got a phone. And Jake still ain't wrapped their head around you can't do certain crimes, you gonna get caught. No, man, I guarantee you the guys who did it, they probably already then posted his jury on Instagram. The police probably got videos from his IG of him wearing the jewelry, or he's gonna try to sell it to a jeweler, and he's gonna get caught. All right. And it's just how it's gonna go. That's how it always go. That's how it's set up to go. Where else you gonna be able to go take these jewelry at? Nobody's gonna buy it from you on the streets because don't nobody wanna be able to have that hot jewelry on it. And be responsible of asking them, how did you get it? How did you get the jewelry? All right. So you're going to be dragging other people into this mess. And when there's murders involved, trust me, when you in the ghetto and barrios, nobody don't want nothing to do with you, man. Jake is the Jake with common sense going to be like, nah, I'm good. The Jake that do got the money and can buy the jewelry from you, they be like, I'm good because I don't want to have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have nothing to do with it. All right, man. So with that, I'm going to close out. Give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who teach this truth and do rule well. And salutations to you, Aki, on pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.